back in. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, people. We are back for more Starfield. Alright. Oh, look at those mechs. Oh, they look so cool. Details about this mission.
Hey, this really isn't a good place for civilians to be hanging around. There's something I can help you with?
Why is this area locked?
Oh, security impounded a ton of cargo and didn't have storage space for it all, so we're holding on to some of it until they can run inventory. So, you need something, or...?
How often does UC security clear out the impound?
Not really sure. Whenever they get through their backlog, I guess. Is there a reason you're asking?
I'm gonna go find the security guy.
Zara, good to see you. Listen, I smoothed over that incident between Matteo and Rosa at the Sanctum.
I'd hardly call it an incident, more of a debate, really. But I appreciate it just the same.
Not a problem. In the meantime, maybe you could tell him to take it down a notch.
Can do. Thanks again, Sergeant.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
Tell me about it.
Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave, Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested?
Sure.
Well, first things first, I have to ask. Do you have any security experience at all?
I've had run-ins with the Crimson Fleet. Don't know if that counts.
It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
What am I bringing What is this package?
Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business.
You mentioned Aegis. Who are they?
Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation's stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works.
What does MAST stand for?
You know, MAST. The Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city? Headquarters of the entire United Colonies? I really should have given you a more thorough interview.
Probably. I've got a friend who needs something out of your storage.
Yeah, we all got friends who need things. But we've also got rules and regulations, and I'm not going to bend them. Your friend can file a request like everyone else. Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, so to get into storage...
Contrary to what you might have heard, UC security personnel are good people. And Sergeant Yumi just happens to be an old friend.
I'm gonna guess you both served together. Okay.
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic.
That seemed like a bit of a weird proc for that dialogue. You'd think they'd proc that when, you know, you actually go to Mars. No. He was down there the whole time. Cool.
You are, of course, welcome at any time here in Mast. Same as anyone. Just be aware that you are being monitored. I hope you're not here to report something. If you are, it means you've seen far too much.
Has he just got Ram plastered to his forehead?
We're the intelligence arm of the United Colonies. Think of it this way. UC security responds to threats. It's Aegis's job to anticipate and prevent them.
Your name is Plato?
No. My parents would never have been so presumptuous.
Thought so.
Every agent who joins Aegis gets to choose a pseudonym, pending approval, of course. I chose this for myself when I signed on. I have, of course, since learned that I am not nearly as smart as I thought I was as a younger man. I suppose none of us are.
Ah, but Plato knew that he wasn't that smart either. What is it you do here?
I'm the acting head of Aegis, the intelligence division here in Mast. I oversee all our active projects and agents in the field, and I'm afraid that's about as much detail as I can give you.
What can you tell me about Aegis?
All you really need to know is that we're here to serve and we're the good guys. Our main priority is the safety and security of the citizens and assets of the United Colonies, wherever they may be. We keep an eye on, well, everything.
We're the good guys. That's a joke.
That's a level of detail I can't get into. Don't worry. We've got plenty of good people working hard.
So you're spies.
That is a word that has been used, both for good and ill, to describe us at times.
Yeah.
Well, you're certainly entitled to that opinion. And there were
We're
plenty
the
of
good
others who
guys.
shared.
That's what the
We'll be
Nazis
looking
said.
out for you just the same.
We're the good guys. That's what every communist has ever said. It's like, yeah. Definitely the good guys. Fucking hell.
Ah, right. You're Sergeant Yumi's recruit.
Ding ding.
You're taller than I expected.
What?
Statistical average, psychological tendencies, a sergeant's need to tower over his subordinates. But really, it was just a joke. I meant nothing by it. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis.
Why meet with me personally? I can tell you why.
Well, I told the sergeant that anyone hired for this job should get my stamp of approval first. Nothing personal. It's just this sort of work isn't part of your normal detail.
No, it's because they're looking for a new agent. Because, I'm going to guess, they have a mole in their system. So they need someone that is completely unaffiliated with them to help root out the mole. At least that's what I'd do.
We think non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it, and are using it to identify field agents. Normally, we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis personnel to do the pickup to cover our tracks.
Got it. I'll go grab it.
Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi and the job's done.
What's in the package?
You really should know better than to ask for classified intel. What is this, your first day on the job? Don't worry, I'm just giving you a hard time. I still can't tell you what's in the package, though.
The answer is yes, it's my first day on the job.
Good luck with the mission.
Hello. Aegis needs what? Oh boy, that was approved?
Oh look, an interrogation room. I can't tell if this is concrete or stone. I think it's stone. I do have to say, if you were going to do a dead drop, you'd do it somewhere that has more foot traffic. So, for instance, you might do a dead drop in a coffee shop because there's more chances for you to be discreet. Whereas if it's in something that no one goes to, it's pretty fucking obvious.
I only fly on Tayo ships. People call me a brand loyalist, but I feel like I just have good taste.
I agree 100%.
It's not like I haven't tried other brands. They're just not.
How's the investigation going? Still have questions? Go ahead and ask.
Got your special delivery.
Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign?
It's usually how this sort of stuff goes. Yeah, I'm assuming that they would do some sort of background check. But then, no one has asked me about my connection to the Freestar Collective.
Well, I have you now, so I probably won't hire another person for a while. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
Okie dokie, Sergeant. Anything else in here?
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor, huh? Mothers, am I right?
Hello.
I desire no company. Leave. I have nothing to say.
I'm guessing she's a serpent follower.
The Great Serpent
Yep.
called me to fight the unbelievers in the United Colonies. But I was ambushed, and my ship disabled. Now, I am here.
Who are you?
I am a prisoner, trapped by a weak people who do not kill their enemies when they should.
Oh. I figured there might be one in here. Right, well I know that's in here, should I require it?
You're out there a lot, right? In space? Just do us all a favor and never turn into one of those spacers. Keep moving, right through the check.
I wonder if there's a way to smuggle stuff onto the planet.
Watch for the engine blast, will you? They'll bowl you right over.
There's something I can help you with? Yeah... I can't really just let you in there.
No one needs to know.
Maybe. Need to think about it.
No reason for us to have a problem.
Yeah, I hope so.
What? Sorry, I was busy picturing you with a tiny hat on your head. What the fuck kind of statement is that?
That's a good one. All right, look, don't tell anyone I did this for you. I could lose my job over it. If anyone asks, I had nothing to do with this. You got it? 1 second. All right, make it quick, will you?
Picked up contraband item. These are illegal to have on you or in your ship. Security ships orbit major settlements will scan your ship for contraband or not let you land until the scan is complete. You have a chance of smuggling contraband past them. If you fail, you could be arrested and have your contraband Okay, so I've got to drop that onto the ship. Like, pronto.
If anyone asks, I didn't do anything.
Sure. Because I'm gonna hazard a guess that whilst they scan your ship whilst you land, they don't scan your ship when you take off. Oh, that's nice that it marks it. Mech components.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
You might want to rethink that.
Howdy. Hey there, new guy. Good to see you again. Can I get you something?
Had any good rumors lately?
Bit of a slow news day around here. Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories about Aquila City that weren't totally critical, but come on. Have you ever been? It's really not that bad. Anyway, that's the sort of high-stakes stuff people talk up while waiting on a flight. So glad you asked, aren't you? I can tell.
It's good to know.
Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right?
Yeah, you
I mean,
don't.
I want to know, but it's maybe better if I don't.
Don't worry, no one died getting this. I called in a favor. No one died.
I certainly hope not. This is a huge deal to me, but it's not worth either of us murdering over. Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you have the first ever sample. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered. I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really, thank you so much.
Supernova?
Stop by anytime you'd like to.
Let's have a look at that. I'm guessing... Plus 12 persuasion chance for 5 minutes. Plus 20 O2 for 5 minutes. Negative 25 O2 recovery for 5 minutes. Interesting. No.
ID of service.
I don't know that. Oh, is he still? Oh, he's still carrying a lot of stuff. Yeah, you can keep carrying that stuff.
Goodbye for now.
That was fun. Now what?
I don't think there's any research I have to do. Do that? No. Can't do that. Right, well I can't do any research yet. It's a shame. Oh, interesting. Right, well... let's make the jump.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Stand down and prepare for immediate transport to our vessel.
Oh, shit. What about my ship?
We have orders to transport you and your vessel to your final destination, the UC Vigilance. Any deviation from those orders on your part will be considered an act of hostility and will be met with aggressive force.
Ah. Fuck.
I've been authorized to inform you that you are being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information.
I might have to reload if they've found the contraband immediately.
Smart decision. Stand by to be boarded and transferred.
Ah. Poopy.
Boarding a vessel like this certainly brings back memories.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk.
I'm not a criminal. At least I don't think.
Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back. You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner's ready, sir. I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss.
Who are you?
I'm your ticket out of the mess you've gotten yourself into. That's all you need to know for now.
This don't look like local jail.
Highly perceptive. Let me add that to your list of skills. Speaking of which, let's see what we're working with here. Says here that you spent several years as a soldier. That means you understand how to respect the chain of command. Good. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. Good. You'll find that I'm a stickler for details, and I'd hate to discover that your file is incomplete. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDef. Are you familiar with what we do? United Colonies System Defense. Does that help you figure out exactly what it is we do?
Well, I know you kidnapped me.
Actually, that's something new we're trying. I figured we needed to branch out a bit, broaden our horizons. UC SysDef is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture.
But I'm not Crimson Fleet.
No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. Not for me. For yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDef, and together, we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else? Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
I'm going to load back. Shit. I think that one. Now, hopefully that'll stay there. Because I've got a funny feeling that them stopping me might actually be scripted. It could also not be.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
But if it is scripted, then that's fine.
Hey. Hope life is treating you well. Hey there. Good to see you. I hear there's some sort of citizens group trying to get the old Varun embassy torn down. When I first heard about it. And it's not like they're ever coming back. Oh, no way. I probably don't want to know.
I called in a favor.
Oh, did you? Well, I know who to go to next time I... Well, look, I can assure this one. On top of that, you give... I need some time.
Cool.
Catch you later.
Well, she gave me 2,000 credits for that. Pretty good.
Private sector.
Captain Douglas, do you require my assistance? Captain Douglas, it is. You may. I will do my best.
What's your read on Barrett?
It is impossible to read Barrett. He is neither a book nor a block of code. If you are asking for a summary of my observations on his behavior,
That's the one.
I will provide one. No, I was manufactured by a machine. However, Barrett has modified my programming substantially. I have advanced linguistic capability and navigational skills. I warned him that I would require an extra millisecond to process information with his modifications. But he did not seem to mind. Apparently, my capacity for conversation makes me a more entertaining travel companion.
You know he almost got me killed, right?
I have only seen Barrett kill his enemies. If you do not number among them, I surmise it was accidental. What you are suffering from is likely a bad first impression. I suggest consulting Barrett on the issue at once. Barrett tells me a bad first impression is the hardest thing to break. I believe that is because he has never tried to break a diamond.
Tell me about his background.
Barrett has not shared many personal details with me. He finds me a poor conversation partner, despite repeated attempts on his part. I do not understand the concept of gossip.
How long have you two been traveling together?
My internal clock tells me that it has been years since Barrett and I began traveling together. I have traveled much of the settled systems in his company.
He's quite the character.
Based on my understanding of Barrett, I believe he would be flattered by that assessment.
What makes you tick?
You may ask me anything. I am programmatically incapable of keeping secrets.
How did you become part of Constellation?
Constellation recovered me from an abandoned lunar robotics factory on Earth's moon, where I was manufactured. I am told I was in quite a state of disrepair. Barrett elected to refurbish me after the discovery. Since then, I have been reprogrammed to be useful to Constellation.
So you're old tech. You're built on Earth's moon.
That is correct. I am a first-generation Model A robot. As such, I was manufactured on Earth's moon. Modern lunar robotics products are manufactured elsewhere.
What do you remember before the programming?
Some data from my time on Earth's moon remains deep in my motherboard, but I do not frequently access it. Very little of what is in those files would prove useful to modern spacefarers.
How did you get your name?
Constellation named me after the Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama, who resided on Earth in the 15th century AD. He explored his home planet by way of its seas. Barrett tells me he was quite an accomplished explorer. I am inclined to believe it, as that is a compliment Barrett normally reserves for himself.
It's a good thing they were able to fix you.
Constellation is an exceptionally driven and intelligent group of humans. I would expect nothing less of them. I am powered by wheels and cogs. They are responsible for any ticking that emanates from me.
Do you enjoy working with Constellation?
That is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience human emotions such as enjoyment. However, I have been kept busy since Constellation acquired me. That satisfies my directive to be as helpful as possible for the duration of my existence.
Do you miss the lodge while we travel?
In a geographical sense, the lodge cannot be missed. It is easily accessible from the New Atlantis spaceport. But I presume that you are using miss in this context to mean long for. In which case, my answer is no. I long for nothing. Barrett, however, regularly complains about missing the lodge's amenities during our travels. This has led me to the conclusion that it is a place worth missing.
Yeah, sounds like something Barrett would say.
It would seem that spending an extended period of time in Barrett's company has resulted in an improved ability to calculate his speech patterns. Perhaps someday I will also be capable of emulating yours.
How much do you know about humans?
Constellation has seen to it that I possess a near encyclopedic knowledge of human history, art, culture, and science. May I answer a question for you?
Do you speak every human language?
I have been programmed to comprehend all modern and ancient human languages. The only exception is body language. My body is crafted from reinforced metal, and therefore incompatible with such forms of expression.
Yeah, using Peruski. What's the greatest invention in human history?
Logically, I believe the correct answer to be the airplane, followed shortly by the computer. Humans could not have become a spacefaring species without them. Illogically speaking, I am inclined to believe that books were your greatest invention. I have spent a good deal of time processing works of science fiction. They make good case studies in how your species could have made a mess of its entry into the stars in different ways than you did in reality.
That is surprisingly accurate.
I am looking at one. I hope that was a suitable response.
Fuck! Fosco!
Constellation did not equip
God
me with
damn.
a sense of humor. I have done my best to mimic Barrett's. This is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience enjoyment. However, I find that the music of ancient Japan has a pleasantly mathematical sound. The same is true of the works of European composers from the Baroque period. I have dedicated significant time to processing these compositions and understanding their structure.
I'm guessing he's talking about having stanzas that are in 4s and 6s.
Understood. I will endeavor to provide a satisfactory answer.
What can you tell me about Lunar Robotics?
Lunar Robotics is a manufacturing company. They are most notable for creating Model A robots. Their headquarters was once located on Earth's moon. It was evacuated during the cataclysm that rendered Earth uninhabitable. Today, Lunar Robotics products are still found throughout the settled systems, myself included.
I hope we can actually go to Earth. That'd be cool.
I find you to be a more measured and logical captain than Barrett. It would be quite difficult for another human to be more reckless than him. My likelihood of expiration due to corporeal destruction has been significantly reduced since coming aboard your ship. You should consider this a success.
No more questions.
I hope my answers were satisfactory.
They were. Thank you, Fosco.
Do you, Captain?
Okay. Out. Out. Soul. Jump.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are cleared to land in Sidonia.
Ah, so it was because I had contraband. Cool.
service, Captain.
Oh shit. That should have killed me. Oh fuck. Also, there's just no fucking ground crew here. Cargo links aren't working.
Heat leeches in the engine, leeches on the hull, multiple leeches in the grav drive.
Suppose that would explain the brownouts. So, what's this going to run?
If there are no other surprises, mid-5 figures.
5 figures? 5? Fine. Do it. I'll be at the bar. Find me when it's done.
We're on it, sir.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. Anything I can help you with?
Sidonia is an industrial town. The people there tend to be concise.
That's fine. This is definitely a mining town. So that is a mining pit. This is a pretty cool place.
Building Sidonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape.
Sorry, we've got a backlog. Stand clear, please.
That outfit protect against lasers too? If not, might want to take a step back.
You better quit that. Before you hit something you'll regret.
Oh, that's cool. I think the ship's been here for a while. Oh! A lack of gravity. Actually, that's something that would have been quite useful to have in that little, like, CO2, O2 thing that tells you where you are. If there was a little gravity, like, thing as well. Oh my god, this is gun range. Not gonna lie, it'd be kind of nice if you could have throwing axes, because you can get so goddamn many of them. Oh, Mars is big. I reckon I can get on that. Oh yeah. Oh, come on, come on. Sweet. Oh well, there's just a chair up here. Yeah, someone just came up here to have a drink and chill. Had no idea this was up here, but this is cool.
What a day. No major breakdowns or incidents today, thankfully.
I would say all like the old Rover stuff's pretty cool.
Hey, how's it?
Found a robot.
Error. Greeting procedure 005799BF not found. Welcome to Sidonia. Stay out of my way.
Oh, pardon me. Yeah. Right, that's another me just running around the pit like an ass for 5-10 minutes. In we go!
If you're going to use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels, try to keep them clean. I hate filing litter reports.
Things have been pretty quiet around here lately. Usually means someone's up to something. We just haven't found out what yet. Do your part to keep Sidonia graffiti-free. Sergeant Booth at your service. If you have a security-related concern, bring it up to me.
Booth. Just Booth, no nickname?
As much as someone's last name is a nickname. Friends, acquaintances, and other locals call me Booth. You can call me Sergeant Booth.
Is there a lot of crime on Sidonia?
Not if I've got anything to say about it. For real, though. I don't know if it's because everyone's too busy working, or if it's because of the military presence, but crime's pretty low. We get the occasional drunken brawls, petty thefts and stuff, but Sidonia ain't exactly a hotbed of crime. We're not Neon. Be seeing you around.
Oh, see what his boss has to say.
Welcome to Sidonia Security. I'm Commander Vincent Woodard, Chief of Planetary Security and former head of the Red Devils program here on Mars. I tend to deal with security at a high governmental level, whereas my associate Booth over there handles day-to-day security issues. So if you're looking to report a minor crime or misdemeanor, see him. But if there's something I can help you with, feel free to ask.
What's the Red Devils?
Only the finest bunch of soldiers to ever grace the UC with their service. Of course, I may be biased as a Red Devil myself, and head of the program. Well, former, I should say. Program's been defunct since the armistice that ended the colony wars. It put a stop to any and all Xeno warfare. I fought to keep them operational here, but the top brass concluded that without their unique alien bioweapon training, there was no need for a separate elite soldier program. Still do, technically. I'm a naval commander. But they've got me here pushing pencils ever since the Red Devils disbanded. I pull double duty, aiding in recruitment and serving as the Sidonia security chief, representing the UC. If you ask me, though, nothing's been the same since the Red Devils' glory days. All the goddamn time. It's been about 20 years, but every time a new recruit crosses my desk, I size them up and wonder if they have what it takes to be a Red Devil. I'd give my left thumb to recruit fresh devils again, but it'd take nothing short of a miracle to convince the top brass to reinstate the program.
What can you tell me about the city?
It's small, it's dusty, it's old, but it's home. It may not be anything fancy, but I couldn't dream of living anywhere else.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Sorry. What do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent to hitch a ride to this dusty red rock? We were told there were jobs.
Look, I get it. But we just filled our last openings. I think we have a couple contracts ending at the end of next month. It's possible they may not extend them.
Found a clutch of
This
heat
is
leeches,
bullshit. I got a wife and
breeding
kids at home.
in the utilities
We can't
section
wait
the other
almost
day.
2 months for a job that may
I'm
not
going
even
to be able
exist
to get
there.
that image out of my head.
Hey, I get it. There's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. You can take it up with corporate if you want. Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
Come on, forget it. Let's get out of here. Maybe it's not too late to catch a ride back home.
Damn it. Yeah, you're right. Screw this.
I know you were counting on that Sidonia hazard pay, but we'll find something else.
Yeah, I hope. I just can't make this move.
I hear you.
Work in the deep mines. That's where you make the big bucks.
How goes?
Yes? Yes? What?
I heard something called the Red Devils. Know anything about that?
Only that I didn't care much for them getting disbanded years ago, and I don't care much for the rumors they're coming back someday.
Any local rumors?
Plenty. But if I went blabbing them to any rando that walks into my bar, no one would ever tell me anything around here. You don't do this job for 45 years by losing your customers' trust.
That's true. You're right, I meant no offense.
That's what I'm talking about. You give respect, you get respect. I'm glad you understand.
What's good to drink around here?
Everything. I make it a point not to sell crap. We got beer, wine, and spirits. We don't do too many fancy mixed drinks, at least not the kind you get in Neon or New Atlantis. It's my belief that the only booze worth drinking doesn't need to be mixed with something else to taste good.
I mean, that's a valid point. Looking for a vanguard named Aura.
He ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea.
Damn.
You got another word for it?
Space.
He means outer space.
Ma'am. Sounds about right, yeah. Look, Nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say?
Pay, persuade, Sarah Morgan. Skip the part where you admit you're lying. Oh my god. That's amazing. Got any work?
I got a board here in the bar where people post all kinds of spacefaring jobs. Good way to make quick money.
No, I've done this routine. Let's skip to the part where you admit you're lying about what he owes.
You calling me a liar? I'll throw both of you out of this bar right now.
Oh, please. Two strangers arrive from off-world asking for information only you have. You see an opportunity. Everyone always does. Lower the price. Don't think we can't find another way to get what we want.
Fine.
Thou?
Agreed on a discount, right? Let me confirm the amount. Okay, let's talk. Last time he was here, Moira kept yelling about the Lady of Love, singing songs, all that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
Well, it's a point, so he would have checked in.
Another long day. It's not easy, coordinating corporate efforts between the Star Yard and here.
If you notice any of the miners exhibiting worrisome behavior, feel free to let me know about it.
Unless you're a Deimos employee,
Jack,
I can't really help.
I'm
gonna need a stiff drink tonight after the day I've had.
Many people think psychology is only good for treating past emotional trauma, but it's a great way to prevent it in the first place.
I've warmed up to Mars since I came here. Hello there. Do I know you?
Nah, just striking up conversation.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm Leona Hawks, Deimos Star Yard's corporate liaison. Anyone who deals with our office likely deals with me at some point. I suppose I'll be seeing you around.
What's your relationship with the UC?
We've been contracted with the UC for decades to provide military-focused crafts for the entire fleet. It makes sense that they trust us, as Deimos is the oldest standing ship manufacturer in the settled systems. We were responsible for some of the major advancements in grav drive technology since the early days of its existence, so our legacy is strong.
What do you do here?
I coordinate between Deimos Corporate and the other operations, such as the Star Yard itself, and the mining operations here on Sidonia. Deimos Star Yards Corporation is a complex entity, given that the different divisions have different goals and priorities. My job is to make sure those are all in alignment.
Sounds like a complicated
Have a good
business.
day.
If no one else is gonna say it, I will. I'm ready to get out of here and go to the Spear. Okay. Yes, here? I'm just saying I am done. Going to the Spear. Anyone else coming with?
Okay. Hello. Fancy seeing you here.
After today, I can...
Things can get pretty glum around here. If you ever need a little joy, go talk to that Renee kid. She's always trying to make people happy.
I could use a break.
Most visitors can't wait to get off this rock.
Going to have to lug cargo across half the universe to pay for this cleaning.
Layla's been going on about the heart of Mars again.
Well then, what can I do you for? Hey, darling. You look like the type who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty. The Trackers Alliance can always use more bounty hunters to round up and kill wanted criminals. If that feels like your speed, talk to me. Or check out our posts on the mission boards.
Got any good hunting stories?
Ooh, should I tell you? What the hell. It got me in trouble, but it's a good story. So, I got a bounty for this guy. Real tough spacer, you know? I find a ship, board without him knowing, and I literally catch him with his pants down, getting ready for the day or something, I don't know. Anyway, before he can react, I tackle him to the ground to cuff him, and he lets off a sly quip thinking he's got game, but I don't take kindly to that kind of advance, see? And well, bounty says alive or dead, so I make the call and I put him down. Anyway, turns out it wasn't the right guy, but this guy was also wanted. What are the odds, right? Well, the Alliance didn't think it was as funny as I did, so now I'm stuck here helping new recruits.
Yeah, 'cause you're an idiot.
Oh, darling. We're the baddest bounty hunters in the settled systems. People pay us to find criminals, scum, and other lowlives when they don't want to or can't track them down themselves. So, you're fixing to take yourself on a little bounty hunt. Well, look no further than the Broken Spear. The Trackers Alliance posts jobs on the mission board over there. Big old console, can't miss it. Now, look, much as I'm itching to get back out there and take down wanted marks on my own, I can't help you any more than that. So, don't come crying to me if you can't hack it, you hear? Mission boards? Yeah, you'll find one here in the Broken Spear. They're usually in spaceport bars like that. Trackers Alliance posts bounty jobs on them, but you can find all sorts of freelance missions. Good way to make some creds. Hey, y'all better not be taking all the fun jobs yourself, you hear? I'm almost done with this assignment, so you better leave some for me. Good. If you recall, I'm only stationed here because of a mistake I made. Been bugging me ever since. The bounty that got away. Now, I heard rumors that this no-good, dirty quarry's been lurking around Mars, but I ain't had the good fortune of him strolling on in here. I think he's smart enough to know better. I got a plan in place to find him, but I gotta prove to my other tracker contact that he's here. That's where you come in. Just gotta plant a sensor. No danger to you.
What can you tell me about the guy?
Ken Plakis, smuggler. The worst kind. Deals in all sorts of black market goods. He's wanted for grand theft, human trafficking, murder, you name it. He's also extremely good at what he does. He's eluded the best of UC security for years. He's even slipped by our own trackers, myself included. I'm convinced he set me up to fail, found a look-alike to unwittingly take a fall, made me look bad. So I'm sure you understand it's kind of personal.
How's the sensor gonna find him?
He doesn't know it, but he's got a chip in him with a unique ID. Part of the reason he's learned to keep out of the major cities and settlements. Trackers always manage to find him when he comes to town, so he just stays away. But he's a slippery fella. That's why I want to send someone to catch him where he feels safe, just along the outskirts. Sensors tuned to that chip. Makes sense now, don't it? Hell no! If I'd wanted you to do that, I'd be asking you to do that. Nah, I got a good friend, tracker buddy who stuck by me through and through. Gonna split the haul with him as soon as he brings the mark in. That ain't up for debate or negotiation. Under no circumstances are you to interact with my quarry, or you'll find yourself at the wrong end of a bounty.
I'm in.
All right, so you're gonna want to take this here sensor and put it way up at the tippy top of the old Mars launchpad tower where it's nice and unobstructed. You're gonna want to make sure you've got a boost pack to help get yourself up there, else it's gonna be a tough climb. Mars gravity's on the low side, but not that low. It'll track down my Mark's chip signal, assuming he shows, and I'll call in my partner to take care of him. Clear out and come back to me as soon as you're done so you don't spook the quarry. Get it? Got it? Good.
Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are way cooler than anything we've got.
You should have seen that ship that came in yesterday. Looked like it fought the whole Crimson Fleet. We've got some of the best mechanics in the business here.
Hey, sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on something.
So I told him, sorry. But I am not traveling halfway across the galaxy to be yelled at by your mom.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
If you need a little, touch up, I'm happy to help. I'd give anything for a transfer to another enhanced office. Somewhere more white collar would be nice.
How's business?
You'd be surprised, I think. There are many dangerous jobs on Mars. Mining, military training, manufacturing. As such, there are sometimes accidents. Therefore, it stands to reason there is a lot of reconstructive surgery to be done after the other doctors and surgeons do their work. The work being done here at this enhanced branch may not be as glamorous as others, but it is no less important to those that receive it.
What do you think of living and working on Mars?
I admit, I took this job because I thought it would be easier and low stress. I thought, who would be getting cosmetic surgery in a place like this? But I was wrong. I am constantly busy treating scars, fitting prosthetics, and helping people recover from the dangers of working here. I want to keep working for Enhance. But until my transfer is approved and a replacement is found, it looks as if I'll be stuck here. You're probably right. At the end of the day, I'm helping someone look their best. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Be safe.
Don't be caught on the Martian surface without proper data stolen from all outside surface activity.
I keep telling myself, next year, it's back to New Atlantis. Out to the backwoods and back to civilization. But they keep increasing my salary.
That their accounts have not been compromised.
Let me guess. You're here because you were working a cutter, accidentally nipped your thumb off, and you need me to reattach it again?
Oh, see? Thumbs are still attached.
Well, that's a relief. So, what is it then? Some other workplace accident? Crushed toes? Nasty abrasion? Frostbite? Sorry. I tend to think the worst, since the overwhelming majority of my patients come here to treat entirely preventable accidents. I know it's my job to help people, and I love doing it, but I do wish they'd be a little more careful down in the mines. I'm Dr. Flynn. What can I do for you today?
Why do you think there are so many accidents?
I've often wondered why myself. I've got some theories. From what I hear, the equipment's supposedly not in the best shape, so that's part of it. But I also happen to know the miners can get very competitive, since their bonuses are determined by how well they exceed their quotas. So that leads to a bunch of meatheads going out of their way to avoid following safety precautions, and taking shortcuts to squeeze out a little extra job performance. It's bollocks, that's what it is.
It's how the world works, Doc. Always has, always will do.
Ah, you know, I've been saying that going on 10 years now. You'd think I'd take me own advice, open up my own practice on a nice, safe world, maybe settle down with someone. I'd be much happier, for sure. But the truth is, the pay is exceptional here, and all these careless Egypts keep me busy. Maybe it's enough to stay with it and retire early instead. Bollocks! Is that how I come off now? Ah, work's getting to me, I suppose. It's just... You see, no one on this bloody planet seems to follow basic safety precautions. It's always, Dr. Flynn, reattach me arm, or help me with this frostbite. Well, maybe if you took the time to properly dress yourself for the outside, you wouldn't be losing your fingers, you Egypt. Sorry for the rant, just for a change, I'd rather be treating the common cold, and not some horrific yet entirely preventable accident.
I think you're in the wrong line of work, Doc.
Well, let's see what's wrong with you. Not even sure it's worth the ointment, but you're the patient.
Nah, never mind.
Oh, well, by all means. Take care.
Sidonia City Security is here to keep you safe. If you see something suspicious,
we got a lot of good stuff here. Come take a look, eh?
Security officer.
Hello, welcome to the Sidonia UC Exchange. The best goods, all courtesy of the United Colonies, straight to all of the wonderful UC soldiers, workers, and other citizens. I've got a little of this, a little of that, and maybe a little of some other things you wouldn't expect to find at the UC shop, But that's because I try to provide for everyone here. So, please, browse my stock and let me know what I can get for you, friendo.
Where are you from?
Ah, yes, it is the accent. I have been asked this before. Do not worry, I take no offense. From a very young age, I spent most of my life among the stars, aboard one ship or another. I picked up many ways of speaking, many languages. Because of this, the way I speak sounds strange to some, but that is the price I pay for knowing all the languages I do.
Yeah, I can understand that. You get a lot of stuff directly from the UC?
The UC, my employer, they try to furnish my exchange with plenty, but other planets, they need more, so we need to make do with what we get. But me, I have other ways of getting goods to sell, and so I do. I get a little bit of this and that, from here and there, and that is how I provide for you and me. You understand?
Don't suppose you have any deals.
Do I have any good deals, you say? Friendo, I am full of good deals. My prices may be fixed by UC pencil pushers many worlds away, but I may find ways to work with you. For example, I buy things to refurbish and resell. You bring me these, I give you credits, and we make deals. Oh, friendo, you have no idea. You see, not only do I sell goods for the United Colonies, I also need to receive the shipments, stock the shelves, manage the inventory. Why, even now I have this big delivery. Tracking says it is here, but it is clearly not here. I don't see it, do you? The ship is out in the desert of Mars, not where it should be. Ship services tells me they can look at it, but I need my goods soon, and they're taking too long. Please, no. Have you ever dealt with them? I have. Too much bureaucracy, everything takes too long. Some of the goods are perishable. You could do this for me much faster. And you seem better equipped than I to deal with any problems you may find on board.
What do you think happened?
What happened? I don't know. The ship was marked as approaching, then it landed somewhere out there, and that was the last I heard. Did it crash? I hope not. But maybe, yes it did. That would be terrible. My shipment would be ruined. And the ship's crew. Oh, how tragic. What if? But we must not assume. We must be sure. And we must get my shipment. That is also important. Let's not forget.
What kind of shipment is it?
Oh, just various crates of supplies. Nothing unusual. You see what I have in stock, yes, friendo? More of that. The people here, they need their supplies. And I need to sell them supplies. And without that shipment, neither can happen, right?
I could go check it out.
You could? Yes? This is what I hoped when we talked. If you go to where the ship was last seen, you could look at it. Find out what happened. Take care of anything on board that shouldn't be there. Pirates, killer robots, heat leeches, whatever. And check the crates to make sure nothing is broken. Then come back to me, so I can send someone to recover the shipment and get to sell it. Easy as peasy, as they say.
Only employees of Deimos Staryard's mining division are authorized to mine resources in and around Sidonia. It is your civic duty to report any unauthorized mining to Sidonia Security.
Almost break time.
How's it going? Can I help you? Yo, hey, what's up? You looking to do some shopping here at the Trade Authority? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to help you out.
What's the strangest thing you've seen come through?
Yo! This dude came in once trying to sell this whack-looking fish or something. It was still alive. He had it in this big plastic bag full of water and everything. Good size, too. I was trying to tell him I didn't know if we took in things like that, but then my boss came over and told me we absolutely did. And I had to process the sale and store the thing. Man, what a pain in the ass that was. Even weirder, someone came in and bought it like right away. The hell's that about, right? Man, sorry, I can't really say that. Really, they told me not to say anything like that because rumors, you know? All I know is that we're running a business here, and I was told to take in all trades and sell whatever we've got. And listen, I'm not gonna worry about anything other than that. Oh man, I'm still new here, so I don't know how qualified I am to answer that. We're like this huge network of shipping and trade throughout the known universe. Everyone. Free Stars, UC, even Varun uses us in some capacity. Because I guess we're all about free trade for all. Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if we bought and sold from the Crimson Fleet, right? They pay my salary, so as far as I'm concerned, they're all right in my book. Cool. That's what we do here. Yo, stay good out there.
Time is money, love, so if you've got something to say, then say it. You bothering me for a reason. I'm in what you might call the Special Liaisons Department. When the TA needs to deal with, let's call them organizations that tend to fly below the radar, that's where I step in. I keep my own hours and the pay is good, so who the hell am I to complain? You bet your arse we do, love. You've got all these dusties crammed into this tin can of a city, scrambling to use their profit shares to pay their bills. If they have a thin month in the mines, the credits are still due. So we're here to buy anything and everything people want to sell. And I do mean everything, if you catch my meaning. Not that I'm admitting to anything, of course. Sure. Mission boards where you should go if you're looking for your one-and-done freelance jobs. You'll tend to find them at local watering holes near spaceports, like the Broken Spear here in Sidonia. Been a real treat, let me tell you.
Commerce never rests. So if you wouldn't mind...
Before you say anything, no. Mars is nothing like Earth. Heck, even Earth is nothing like what Earth used to be.
You look hurt. Might want to head on over to Reliant. Dr. Flynn will get you patched up.
Welcome to the office of the Governor. Hello. Do you have business with Governor Hurst? I see. Well, luckily, Governor Hurst enjoys visitors, and his schedule is fairly empty at the moment. I see no problem with it. You're very welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
I couldn't be prouder than to govern the UC's first major space colony. Ah, hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street, but I'd be happy to help if it's something quick. What can I do for you? I can answer your general questions about Sidonia, but nothing venturing into politics. Sorry, but it's my strict policy that I only speak with select members of the press and major political donors who are serious about making changes for the future prosperity of Mars. Politics. You shouldn't be so surprised that money greases the wheels of the political machine. Even though I'm a UC-appointed official, I still need to rely on political donations to help me make decisions on how to allocate funds and resources to various lobbying parties. The money goes right back into the local economy, you see?
It's just bribery by a different name.
We don't use that word around here. I do take donations, however. If you have to ask, then I'm afraid you can't afford it. I'm sorry, I can't, but if you have any other questions about Sidonia, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, I should get back to what I was doing. Standard protections from the media and anyone who would go to them. I'm sure you understand.
Is there any work around here?
Considering I don't really know you, I'm not sure how to answer that. But Sidonia is a beacon of industry. There's plenty of work to go around. If you have mining experience, you may wish to check with whoever the current Deimos mining director is. Or maybe check with the Deimos Star Yard corporate office. If those aren't your speed, then there are a number of local businesses that are always looking for help.
What's it like being the governor?
Well, I've been appointed governor, going on 20 years now, I believe. Every day, I am passionate about serving the hard-working people of Mars. I look out for their interests, I support their prosperity, and in return, they help make the United Colonies a shining beacon of hope for humanity. If you ask me, there's nothing better than that.
What is Sidonia known for?
You mean besides being the most important city of industry to our proliferation across the galaxy? Well, this is the home of Deimos Star Yards, which perfected grav drive technology and made honest-to-goodness space travel truly possible. And to this day, our mines and manufacturing are instrumental in delivering resources used throughout the United Colonies. We may not outshine fancier cities like New Atlantis on its surface, but without Sidonia, there would be no United Colonies. Sidonia is not much of a tourist destination, unless you're interested in humanity's first major colony outside of Earth. But if you're not here for work, and you're looking to kill some time, I'm told the Martian surface is great for hiking. Beautiful scenery. Assuming you like shades of red. If you're looking to kick back after that and experience Martian nightlife, the Broken Spear is as good a local watering hole as any. That's cute, but not enough. If you're not sure how much, you probably can't afford it. And at this point, I'm not sure I'd accept it from you.
Damn.
Enjoy Sidonia.
Please keep prolonged showers and other water use to a minimum. Do your part to preserve our precious resources. Thank you from the Sidonia Department of Public Works.
Did you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships for the UC Navy? If you ask me, that's a hell of a lucrative contract.
Deimos Star Yards may be the foot. Take care now.
This is Deimos.
It's amazing how smoothly our mining operations run with me in charge. I can't recall the last time we've had any major issues. Do you work for me? It's hard to keep track these days.
Red and orange. Everything's red and orange as far as the eye can see. You can start to wear on you.
Ugh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I've got no idea.
On July 25th, 1974, the first Viking 1 orbital spacecraft took this first photo of the Sidonia region of Mars. At the moment, then was the image that appeared to be a humanoid face on the surface of Mars. The image inspired the imagination of the minions, cementing humanity's passion for space exploration, and once again begging the question: are we alone out there? Later photography would reveal that the surface was no more than a mountain, shadows, and perhaps humanity's greatest also pareidolia? I don't know. A tendency to perceive specific meaningful imagery in otherwise ambiguous or random visual pattern. Nevertheless, the legend of the face of Mars remained an important inspiration for many to this day.
Hey.
Sidonia's not so bad. Honest work, good pay. I can't
Caution. Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremors.
Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The UC exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them holstered at all times.
Particle detonation complete. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Deimos Star Yard technology acknowledges the efforts of its citizens to make our city a happy and productive
Mining's
place
fair
to work.
work, but you can't
Thank
take it all
you
so
for your
seriously, I
daily
always tell my
contributions
mates.
to our
We're pulling
prosperity.
rocks out of the ground, not building spaceships.
Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor, mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Sidonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat, so long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose.
What's with the klaxon about the detonation?
Oh, that! Oh, nothing to worry about. We do fracking on Mars with subterranean particle detonations. Those announcements are just to let people know when to expect them. Now, you probably felt the rumble when the detonations actually go off. That's all it is. Not too bad, eh?
What is that exactly?
Basically, it's high-tech mining. We use immensely powerful controlled particle detonations deep underground to loosen up subterranean gases and other difficult-to-gather resources so we can harvest them. Sounds way more dangerous than it is. Probably. Actually, it's still pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, no worries, mate. I can totally see how it'd be odd if you're not used to it. Just sit down, or be sure you're within reach of something to hold on to if the quaking makes you uneasy, and you'll be fine. Not so bad for one of the oldest mines in the settled systems. We struggle with the lack of decent equipment, but we work hard and make up for it. As I'm sure you know, we're responsible for supplying resources to Deimos Star Yards, which in turn is responsible for supplying UC naval vessels. That, among other major projects, makes us one of the United Colony's most important mining operations. The prestige and pay that comes with it almost makes up for being stationed at the arse end of the settled systems in the middle of nowhere.
So you must be the boss around here then?
Yep, that's me. Joined up with Deimos when I was just 17 as a mining gopher. Go for this, go for that, you know how it is. I worked hard, proved myself capable, and got the promotion to mining director about 6 years ago, after the old boss retired. Some of the older guys resent me, but I give everyone a lot of leeway as long as they meet their quotas. So that keeps them happy enough.
Tell me about the heart of Mars.
The who's and what's it? Sorry, mate. I've got no idea what you're on about. Sounds made up if you ask me. But then again, maybe the other miners have been inventing some jargon I'm not familiar with. Best to ask around.
I used to do mining work for Argos. I was hoping you'd have work, but it doesn't sound like it.
Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now. Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job. Off the books.
Depends on what it is, but let's hear what you got to say.
Great! I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though.
Okay.
Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some ore. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first.
Why not hire more miners? Oh, because then the quota goes up.
Yeah, don't you think I want to? Corporate sets the contracts and they're not giving out anymore, so we work with what we've got. Something to do with insurance, benefits, and other liabilities. So I don't make the rules. Of course not. I'll pay you out of my own pocket. care about my miners, even if corporate doesn't understand our struggles down here. I'm willing to put in some sacrifices to help. That's just the kind of guy I am. If I had the credits to buy all the equipment myself, I would. But this is the next best thing.
Sounds easy. I'll
When
do
you've
it.
got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
Live where you work. Type. Of commuting from distant systems to Sidonia every day, Lux Condominiums has premium apartments available to rent.
I can't imagine being stuck. Are you shooting at rats now?
Okay, that ore you mined is really gonna bolster our numbers. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval.
Wouldn't it just be easier to ask him to approve it?
You don't think I've tried? Like I said, the guy is literally useless without his assistant. I don't even know if he knows how to actually use a computer. And everything Deimos does is so mired in bureaucracy because of their contracts with the UC. Which means, unfortunately, we need to do all the things by the book if we want them done at all.
Wait, you want me to become his assistant?
We just need you to take the job until we get the approval signed. Then you can quit, keep it, or do whatever. It's not as bad as it sounds. Worst case scenario, you may have to go fetch some stuff for him and go over his messages. It'll be easy, I promise.
Sure.
Now hold on, it's not that easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to secure the position for you.
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need.
Yes.
A friendly reminder that throwing litter off the balconies is prohibited. Please use an authorized waste receptacle.
You work harder than anyone else. Ah, didn't think we had any new miners on account of the positions being full up.
Actually, I'm helping Trevor with something.
Ah, well, say no more then. Trevor's good guy. And I know he's been worried about some stuff lately, so it's good someone's able to help. Anyway, I'm Layla. When I'm not mining, I'm tinkering with Gnome, our unofficial mascot. I fill that computer brain of his with all sorts of nonsense and announcements. Of course, if you're here to chat, I'm always happy to talk shop. Especially if you're interested in talking about the heart of Mars.
How long have you been here?
This is only my second contract, so I think I've been here for 4 years now. It's great. I love it here. I'm working on getting those red eyes that are all the rage these days, you know. You'll hear a lot of these other chumps complaining about Sidonia. They say it's boring or dangerous or whatever. Look, I come from an ice planet. These people have no idea what they're talking about. Sidonia is practically paradise compared to where I grew up.
Got any good mining tips?
Very funny. Who sent you to ask? Was it Rivka? No, she seems to know what she's doing. I bet it was Hank, wasn't it? He always acts like he's top dog, but we all know he couldn't mine his way out of a wet paper bag.
I'm just asking.
Oh, you're a miner too. Funny. I didn't think there were any new contracts starting. Which means you must work for a rival company. And if you think I'm going to divulge trade secrets, you've got another thing coming. Look, I won't report you, because we've all been there. But I'm not going to help you either. I like this job. I don't have any intention of losing it over something like this. Yeah, Gnome's been down here forever. He's also been broken forever. Can't actually walk or do work, and we don't have it in the budget to fix him. No one's had the heart to junk him, but when I started, I gave him new purpose. I programmed him to tell us local news and announcements. I modeled his responses after my own sarcastic sense of humor. It proved to be popular, so I did what any aspiring comedian would do and gave him a bunch of stupid jokes to tell. People love it. Or at least that's what they say. Why? I mean, who wouldn't want cool blood red eyes? It's kind of a badge of honor thing around here. People know you're hot stuff when you got red eyes. Also, it freaks people who don't know about them. Except for little kids. They always seem to think it's awesome. Either way, it makes for fun social gatherings.
Tell me about the Heart of Mars.
Oh, so you're interested in the Heart of Mars, are you? Word is there's a cave out in the Martian waste with a gleaming node of the purest titanium ore you've ever seen. It's worth quite a lot of credits, but some say the Heart of Mars is cursed. Hundreds have gone in search of it, never to return. And every one of them met a grisly fate. Maybe, just maybe, you could be the first to succeed, though. You know, if you think you got what it takes. No judgment if you're too scared.
Why is it called the Heart of Mars?
Because in Roman mythology, Mars was the god of war. His heart is cold, but tough like titanium. One of the miners started calling it that long ago, and the name stuck. Seems fitting enough.
Makes sense. You haven't tried to claim the Heart of Mars?
Fair question. I'm not really the adventurous type, to be honest. And frankly, I don't need the money. So, I don't really feel the need to involve myself with the prospect of a potentially deadly cursed chunk of titanium.
Cursed ore? Are you pulling my leg?
What? No. I mean, maybe the cursed part isn't real, but who am I to say? Look, I told you what I know. You can either choose to believe me or not. All I can say is that if you manage to find it and avoid the curse, you'll be a legend around here.
Sounds kind of far-fetched. I wanted to check it out.
I know, cursed rocks and all. I don't know for sure if it's really cursed, but it's probably still dangerous out there, so be careful. I'll give you location of the cave. Good luck.
Caution.
Leaving already.
Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the...
Hello, stranger. I am known. What can I do for you?
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I was activated 17 years ago. I malfunctioned and have been in disrepair and unable to move for over 9 years. Repairs are too costly, and I am well past my warranty expiration. Now, my primary function is that of an automated personal assistant. It was chosen over deactivation.
What can you do?
I can make general announcements and relay messages from one registered miner to another. And I can report about local news. All news and information has been supplied by employees of Deimos's mining operations. I also have been programmed with a limited selection of jokes, but I have been told to warn you, they are not good.
Tell me a joke.
Why did the snowman need a moist towelette? Because his arms were sticky.
Ah, I see. What's happening in local news?
No doom with this quake. A helpful reminder that subterranean particle fracking has resumed after its recent hiatus. Residents and workers alike are encouraged to heed the warning announcements and brace themselves for any turbulence when the blasts go off. Thankfully, you can rest easy knowing that detonations no longer occur at all hours of the night. Feel free to toss your alarm clocks, however, because they resume bright and early every morning.
Do I have any messages?
Sorry, you must be an employee of Deimos Star Yards to access the messaging function, and you are not.
What's the latest announcement?
Don't forget, this month's target goals have been increased by 5%. Failure to meet your new goal may result in termination of your current contract. Good thing you do not work here.
I mean, that's true.
Goodbye.
It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Good day, Captain.
In on deck.
Captain Douglas, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Say, I'm fairly certain my suit has a 45% rads. hell is this stuff even mineable? This is kind of odd. Oh Christ! What the fuck? Hang on. So, what the fuck actually exploded?
Keep scanning. I'm sure there's something nearby.
Back off, Prospector. I found this claim first.
How are you not wearing a helmet?
Yeah, it's passed a lot of hands over the years. Last year, the old foreman even sent mercs. I took care of them, though. It will be a while before he gets the funds to send more. Long enough. It used to belong to a company. But all those people are either dead or gone. I'm the only one left. And so this mine belongs to me. I don't know. You could be lying. Why shouldn't I just shoot you where you stand? I've got no sympathy for the likes of you. I'm still talking. You talk a good game. Can you back?
God fucking damn it. Also, I think she should have been in her suit. What the fuck is that? Oh dear. This game doesn't checkpoint particularly well. the fuck? Where'd that woman go? You know, the one that was... Whoa! The game just crashed. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. It's the first time that's happened. Good couple dozen saves and then crash. Well. We're probably like 15 hours in. One crash, that's not bad.
I hope our suit seals hold. Otherwise, we won't last long in this environment. Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk. To Venus? Bring me anything useful?
Probably not.
Bye for now.
Yeah, but as near as I can tell, all the robots have disappeared. Oh. There's at least two inside, it would seem. Oh god, there's three of them!
Worth the sweat.
Repair not possible.
You have anything valuable?
Well, my lungs are still fucked. I don't have anything for dealing with it at the minute. That might be a problem. Roger. It is highly advised to avoid adjusting the number of human workers beyond the recommended capacity listed for your starter handbook studies. Indicate that organic workers are highly inefficient, less durable and vulnerable to a variety of stress factors present at the facility. Any adjustment to the human workforce capacity should only be done with approval from manager on site. Disabling robot workforce is permitted, should be used in emergency situations only.
Only one point of Moab. Want to see what I'm carrying? Talk to you later.
Ow! Yeah, I was guessing not. Oh, crap.
you're overloaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying.
It does. Sweet.
Please watch your step. It is imperative that you do not disturb the soil. Failure to adhere to safety protocols will be deadly force.
Oh no. I've had that up since the game crashed, haven't I? Oh dear. Right. I'm going to stop the stream here and load back to where it was, because it's also, I'm going to go get some food, as it is now 5:15 in the evening for me. I can't believe I did that. I'm a dingus. Right. Have a good afternoon, good evening, or good night wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.